Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about what happened in Resident Evil 1. I've already done a couple of videos explaining what happened up to this point in my Storylines Explained series, so if you'd like to go back and check those out you can find the playlist linked in the description. On July 24th, 1998, the Alpha team of STARS led by Albert Wesker gets sent into the Arklay Mountains after losing contact with their Bravo team. They find Bravo team's downed helicopter in the area and are attacked by zombie dogs released from the lab outbreaks in Resident Evil 0. One of the members of STARS, Joseph Frost, dies from being attacked by the dogs, and their pilot Brad Vickers chickens out when he sees this and bails on the rest of the group. The remaining STARS members, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, Jill Valentine and Albert Wesker, all escape to the nearby Spencer mansion. Once inside the mansion, they split up to try and find answers and a way to escape. They find zombies, more Cerberus dogs, giant spiders, giant snakes, huge sharks, a tentacle monster called Plant 42, weird family experiments, and gremlins on steroids known as Hunters. During all of this, they find Rebecca Chambers, who you may be familiar with from Resident Evil 0. Rebecca is with another STARS member called Richard Aiken. Richard has been bitten by the giant snake called Yawn and needs a serum in order for him to live. The STARS members get the serum and give it to Richard, and Rebecca hangs out to look after him. Later, Richard recovers and tries to help out, but dies to the sharks that they encounter. If the player isn't fast enough to obtain the serum for Richard, he'll die earlier in the game. Chris also meets Enrico, who is the STARS member that tells Rebecca about the mansion in Resident Evil 0, moments before he dies in the underground cave system. After navigating the mansion from all angles, eventually they find out that the Booby Trap mansion belongs to Oswald Spencer, and is just a front for a secret lab where research on the viruses was being conducted by Umbrella. Depending on who you're playing as, Chris saves Jill from a jail cell, or Jill saves Chris from a jail cell. Jill then regroups with Barry, and Chris regroups with Rebecca. They then find out that Wesker is working with Umbrella to gather combat data from the STARS members after they encounter the bioweapons, although he is also planning on selling the data to Umbrella's rival company known as the Organization, because Wesker's got them triple-cross maneuvers. Umbrella ordered Wesker to send in the STARS members. He then sabotaged Bravo team's helicopter knowing it would crash, and led Alpha team to aid the now missing and mostly deceased Bravo team, hoping that all but him would die there. It's also revealed at this point that Barry has been forced to help Wesker with this plan due to Wesker threatening to hurt his family if he doesn't. Although Barry helps out Jill a bunch of times throughout the game, and now she knows how Wesker forced Barry to help, so she still thinks he's cool. If you're playing as Jill, Barry comes back and pops off on Wesker to save Jill, and a wounded Wesker releases the T-002, which is a more advanced tyrant compared to the one Rebecca Chambers had to fight in Resident Evil 0, that William Birkin created using research from the earlier failed tyrant data and Marcus's research that he now has credit for after being involved with his murder. If you're playing as Chris, then the tyrant attacks Wesker instead of Barry, then Chris or Jill smack the tyrant up and attempt to leave the facility as it's about to self-destruct. They get jumped again by the tyrant and are forced to face off against it. Then their pilot Brad Vickers gets his bottle back after wussing out earlier and comes to pick them up. So Barry, Rebecca, Chris and Jill all escape via helicopter. So there's a quick recap of what happened in Resident Evil 1. Let me know what you thought in the comment section if you can, and if you'd like to help support this series, just drop a like on the video for me. Next up in this series I'll be covering Resident Evil 2, which should be uploaded within a few days. If you're watching this a while after it was uploaded, that video should be linked around on screen for you now, but until then I'll try to link some more of my Resident Evil content for you. Have a great day everyone, and until next time, take it easy.